Sorry. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph. Today I'm here with Dion, and Dion is going to do analysis for us of what we can expect of Bitcoin in this coming week. Dion, how are you doing?
Morning, Joseph. I'm well, and you? Had a few good trades this weekend. Okay, so we're going to start with Bitcoin on the weekly. We were just concerned last week about this 200 EMA where we closed under for a few weeks, the first time ever that Bitcoin has closed these many weeks under the 200 EMA. So we were just hoping that we would end the week in green and above the 200 EMA, which yesterday we managed to do, and we're starting a new little candle here. So that's great news for Bitcoin. Then on the daily time frame, we're at the moment caught in this rising wedge, and normally for Bitcoin those are good because we normally break to the upside these rising wedges, so that's also great news. We've at the moment just got major resistance here at 23,800, this red line here, and you can see if you go back, I'll just show you where it actually comes from. My computer's a little bit slow today. Oh, there we go. So this is back to 2020, December 2020. We also got stuck in that exact same zone. And let me just refresh your memory what happened once we broke through there. All this happened, so this was actually great once we broke through there. So now we're sitting waiting for the same thing to happen. So if we can break that, it looks really awesome for Bitcoin, and we could potentially then seriously start going up. Then also I can show you the EMA ribbon. So that's also good news. So on the EMA ribbon, we broke into it here up to 3 levels, but couldn't hold and broke back down. And then we tried a second time to break through, and again broke all the way back down. And now this is our third break, but you'll see every time we're getting higher and higher and higher, so it's getting better. And this time I don't think that we're going to pull all the way back. So I would think if you look at the green line of this, so normally what happens with the EMA ribbon is the green line, which is now at the bottom, and the red line, which is at the top. When they flip, it's normally an awesome sign, and Bitcoin then starts going up for a long time and going up nicely. So that would be great for us if that happens. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is if you take just the general direction of that green line, I personally think that we're going to just come down to that line and then bounce up and start going up again. I don't foresee that we're going to come all the way back to the bottom. It could be, but I don't think so. Let me just also show you, if we draw a fib here from the current high to where this whole move started, you'll see that the golden pocket, which we always aim for in a pullback, because we had here a rise up and then pull back and up and pull back and up, and we're pulling back again now. So all this is good and healthy and expected. So normally we come down to the 65, but this is now the third time, so I don't think we're going to come to this golden pocket. So maybe what could happen is we come down, hit this yellow, and just quickly wick through like we see there and there and there. It might just wick into that zone, but I don't know, my gut says that we're not going to come back that far down. Let me just delete this here. Then we can also just look at the stochastic and the RSI. So you can see that we're at the moment in a slight downtrend on the stochastic, but I'm expecting something like this to happen, that we're not going to come all the way back down to the 50 RSI. So I think somewhere around here we're going to just switch again, and the green is going to go above the red, and we're going to start going up. So as long as at the moment I'm not going to open a Bitcoin trade, I'll wait for this. So this is on the daily time frame. If you wait for the stochastic just to cross, and as long as the RSI is still above the 50, then I'll open a Bitcoin position there. trade it up to at least to the 23,800 where that resistance is, and then either put a stop loss under it, or just trailing stop, or just take your profit there, wait for it to pull back, and we'll get in again. So for now, that's what we're waiting for on Bitcoin, waiting for the cross. As long as the RSI is still above 50, then we can safely get in there and trade it up. Then trade of the day. You know I love THETA, Joseph, so I'm back in THETA. Well, not back in, looking to get in. So THETA has got this, let me just turn that ribbon off for you guys. THETA has got a bit of resistance above at 155, but we're quite far from there, so we're not worried about that. And then we just above a very strong support at 1338. So that's a good entry for us, but we're just waiting for that pullback on Bitcoin. So as soon as Bitcoin crosses, I would come and get in here, and I'm suspecting it would be very close to this entry of 1338. But there's quite a bit of profit in it once we've now gotten into this trade, so there's at least a 10%, so it depends on where we get in. So once we get that cross, you'll see the same thing here on the actual THETA chart. Also, if you look at the stochastic here, so when the stochastic turns and the RSI is above 50, then I'll get in wherever we are, but I'm suspecting it would be around this 1338. Stop loss I would put here at 1267, which is under like the biggish kind of support that we would have still below here, so we'll be below that support. If we break down, I suppose we'll just bounce off that and start going up. So I won't go much lower than this, then I'll get out and just wait for a new entry. So enter around 1338, stop loss around about 1267, and then wherever we get in, we're going for at least 10%. Then when we get there, we'll see what the stochastic looks like, what the RSI, and we can advise you guys, are we going to just move up our stop loss and go for the target profit, which could then be anything up to 16%, or if we're expecting a pullback at that point, then we'll just get out at 10% or trailing stop, whatever. We'll see when, but we're going for at least don't get out until we've made our 10% profit. And that's it from my side, Joseph.
I see you got a very fancy stochastic versus RSI indicator on your chart. How do you trade that indicator?
So I would always trade buy trades when the RSI is above 50, and it's not actually, it's a normal stochastic. It's just nice for me that it's in one, so it doesn't take up that much screen space. And then this is a normal stochastic. Yeah, in the settings I've just changed that. Normally the stochastic is like a blue and an orange line, but those are utterly boring, and this is more clear, so I just changed the color. So if the green is on top, we're going up; if the red is on top, we're going down. So I would just trade it as per usual. So it's nothing special. It's just one indicator. So it's all just in one, just to save some screen space. Yeah, does that answer your question?
Okay. Do you only trade it on the 1-day chart?
No, but this trade, I'm thinking that we can do a nice long trade. Yeah, so the specific trade I'm looking at the 1 day, but no, we could, if we look at this THETA on 1 hour, we would still see, so on 1 hour it's also down, and the stochastic is under 100. So if you wanted, you could wait for a earlier entry, if you wait for the cross on the 1 hour. So the specific trade, I'm just going to trade on the 1 day, but if one wanted to get in sooner, you could wait on the 1 hour and see when the RSI crosses up here and your stochastic crosses, and you're happy, then you could get in. It might then not have crossed on the on the daily yet, but you could enter on the 1 hour if you're really keen to get into this trade. You could enter on the 1 hour and get in sooner, so you can trade it anyway. It doesn't matter, but I wouldn't go much less than an hour. So start worst case at an hour, and then 4 hours, and then 1 day if you wanted to. But yeah, for me, I was thinking of this THETA as a long day trade, because I'm hoping to actually run it up when we get here and the price action is great, then I actually suspect that we're going to shoot through this resistance here. So I want to get in on the daily and kind of stay in up to $2 if we can. Yeah, so I'm looking at it as a daily trade. But yeah, you could trade it however you please.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake outs on a 1 hour graph. So usually for me also, rather focus on a 4 hour chart and the 1 day for very strong signals. Awesome, that's an awesome trade. I'm also definitely gonna go back. I was looking this morning at the THETA, and it felt to me it was a little bit in the middle of nowhere, but I could see a strong upward trend. So I was kind of like, should I go for this or not? But I know the fundamentals of THETA is just brilliant. So for anyone that just want to hodl a coin, THETA should definitely be in your portfolio as one of the coins you want to hodl. And if you're willing to wait, you can definitely double your money over the next 3 to 12 months. So it's definitely it's a very safe coin to buy. Awesome, family and gang, we done for today. I'm gonna be back, or for this session, I'm going to be back in an hour, and I'm going to talk about THORChain and Cocos coin. It's very similar to the THETA setup, but I'm going to show you how am I going to do a DCA trade on those two coins. Dion, thank you. So nice to see the beginning of this bull run. So we've got big expectations for this next few months.
For sure. Very excited. Great, guys. Thank you. We'll see you just now with Joseph Shessen.